demolished right now.
Delicia Cordone, the estranged ex-girlfriend of NFL star running back LaShawn McCoy, was brutally beaten by an attacker with a gun.
Someone broke into my house and with a gun. He just kept asking for jewelry.
McCoy was in the process of having his ex-girlfriend evicted from the home. A hearing was scheduled the day of the home invasion.
She tells the 911 dispatcher she believes she was set up.
Got something to do with my ex-boyfriend.
McCoy has denied any involvement with the home invasion, tweeting, "For the record, the totally baseless and offensive claims made against me today on social media are completely false."
More questions than answers in the case of a home invasion of NFL star LaShawn McCoy. Now, you just heard the 911 call Delicia Cordone made right after that bloody attack in an Atlanta suburb last week. That's when that call took place. We are now hearing another 911 call, this one made by McCoy last summer. He was calling for help, asking police to come help him evict Cordone. The big question, what really happened inside that home? With me is criminal defense attorney Bob Bianchi. Bob, let's first listen to the 911 call from McCoy that happened on July 3rd of last year.
I have a young lady that she's stealing stuff out of my home. She won't leave. You know, we were together for a little bit, and like 5-6 months, I let her go like 2 weeks ago. I've been trying to be cordial with her, but it's not working. She's taking belongings of mine. She's trying to pick a fight. You know, I left out. So she just left my home. I'm about to lock my doors. I'm putting her stuff, all her valuables, outside of my home. I don't want no fights. I want to call the cops so they're here and everything is safe.
Again, this was a year before the home invasion. Who does this call help, the ex or the NFL player?
It helps the NFL player. Listen, as a prosecutor that used to make the charging decisions in cases like this, first off, they have to prove that everybody has to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt as the prosecutor. But that call is actually showing he's being measured. He's trying to avoid police contact. And I am not saying, because we don't have enough facts here right now to say, but she has given conflicting statements, as her attorney has given conflicting statements. First, they said they thought it was him. They believe it was him. It may not be him. This is mere speculation, and that cannot rise to proof beyond a reasonable doubt. But Melissa, watch out for this one. And I'm not saying it happened, but I've been around the block a couple of times in my career. There's also times where victims actually set people up. I've actually had cases in which they're trying to blame the spouse, the male spouse, and have actually allowed themselves to be shot so that it would appear as if they were the victim. Now, I'm not saying that's happening here, but what I am saying is that there's something squirrely or shady, no pun intended, about these facts. And certainly right now, unless the prosecutor can identify who the perpetrator was and a connection to the NFL player, there's no case. And the prosecutor is going to look to see, this sounds a little weird, a little odd. Is there something going on with regard to the victim?
Well, police say there's no connection right now. Just want to establish that. Police also say they believe the NFL player's home was targeted. They do not specify why. But we know that Cordone posted multiple photos on Instagram of expensive jewelry that McCoy had given to her. Is this appearing more like a house invasion and not a domestic attack, the way that Cordone has alleged?
It's hard to say right now, other than it was alleged by him that she previously had taken jewelry that was lent to him and didn't return it. So there's a number of these complaints that he has been making for the past year, and then obviously he's trying to get her evicted. So here's a guy following court process to get her evicted. He's obviously concerned about the NFL, and after the Ray Rice case, what's going to happen to him for all these things. He's contacting the police saying, hey, I just want to document this stuff. I mean, the prosecutor would be looking at this like, so then he decides to either hire somebody or get somebody to go in there and commit such a violent act after all that. So whether it's a home invasion, whether it's a random person, it's really hard to say at this point in time. But from a prosecutor's point of view or a police point of view, unless you could prove a case beyond a reasonable doubt, which means to a certainty, he's not going to be charged.
Some people on social media are attacking McCoy, alleging him of orchestrating the attack on his ex-girlfriend. Allegations based on what Cordone has said on the 911 tape. Now, if proven false, will she be in legal trouble?
Yeah, well, she's given, and her lawyers have given multiply conflicting statements, extremely speculative. If the prosecutors or police believe that they have given, or she has given false information, she can be charged with a misdemeanor for giving a false report, obstruction of an investigation. It is a very serious thing if it turns out that this was either manufactured, made up, or that he was falsely accused. Now, if she made a mistake and she's saying, I believe it to be him, and she truly believes that, then she's okay.
Okay, just want to reiterate, though, the police are saying there's no connection. Bob Bianchi, thank you so much.
You got it.